Picture the scene. It's the middle of the night. You're alone in bed. The house is quiet and still. The room is dark, but you can make out the eerie outlines of furniture, discarded clothes, the TV, the odd ornament, and perhaps some scattered books. You can't sleep because you're on edge, made uneasy by the gloomy surroundings and the unearthly silence. You're counting the minutes until daybreak, willing it forwards. As you peer out from under your duvet, a car passes on the road below your window, and its headlights briefly shine a beam through the gap in the curtains. As the spear of light travels across the far wall, a human-like shape is briefly illuminated. Was that a face? A grimacing expression? Sharp teeth? Relax! What you've just experienced is not the sudden manifestation of a demon, but a combination of natural phenomena, innate in most humans, conspiring together to give you the creeps. One is fear of the dark, a primal hangover that helped to protect our cave-dwelling ancestors from nocturnal threats. The other is apophenia, the human tendency to find patterns and meaning in the things we experience. A hanging dress can become a body, a hat a terrifying visage, cuddly toys transform into goblins. Why do we do this to ourselves? Tricks of the mind. Apophenia is a useful asset in helping us identify people, objects, systems and patterns, linking what is observable to actions via intuition. But it can cause problems too. Gambler's fallacy is the belief that higher than average instances of a particular outcome in the past make a different outcome more likely in future. A false pattern, if you will. But as you know, if you get tails 5 times in a row when flipping a fairly balanced coin, the likelihood of seeing heads on the next flip remains 50-50, no more, no less. The same is true for every subsequent flip, even if you get 10 or 100 tails in a row. A subcategory of apophenia is pareidolia, the tendency to find intelligible patterns in images or sounds. This helps us to recognize people and places, for example, and to make sense of language, but it can also occasionally lead us down the wrong path. Your brain is wired to make sense of what is put in front of it, even if the stimulus is abstract, unrelated, or just plain wrong. Seeing familiar patterns, particularly faces, where there are none, results from the brain's natural inclination for recognition and its ability to quickly process and identify important visual information. Faces everywhere. Examples of where it goes awry are all over the place. Rorschach tests, in which someone describes what they see in random and ambiguous ink blocks, rely on the pareidolia phenomenon to give assessors clues about the subject's emotional functioning, depending on whether they make positive or negative associations. But probably the most famous and easily observed example of pareidolia is the man in the moon. Or should I say man, woman and rabbit in the moon, because all are observable depending on your perspective. There is of course no living being squidged into the moon's surface like some kind of celestial Han Solo. The face, if you can call it that, is a coincidence of geological formations, mountains and valleys, light and shade, that happen to form roughly into an intelligible arrangement. Mars too has a pareidoilic face in it, first spotted by NASA's Viking 1 orbiter in 1976, which captured an image of a raised area with a shape eerily suggestive of a humanoid visage. The picture led to speculation in some circles that it was constructed by an ancient species of intelligent aliens, who, in a roundabout way, hoped to alert future Earthlings as to their time on the Red Planet before it came to an end. The picture, covering an area called Cydonia, is quite convincing, with discernible eye sockets and a mouth all arranged neatly, the face looking benevolently out into space. But high-resolution imaging captured in the 1990s revealed a different story. The Cydonia face was revealed to be not much more than a craggy hill. Religion is a lightning rod of the pareidolia effect. For years, people have reported seeing the face of Jesus in everything from a patch of earth revealed after a mudslide to a piece of burnt toast. Banana skins, used frying pans, scorched irons, and even crisps have all at one time or another served as canvases for the appearance of the Messiah. Whether these are mere coincidences or a set of holy communications from above remains unclear. But the truth is, you can make a face out of just about anything. A cloud, a plug socket, a gatepost, a cup of coffee, even a toilet bowl. Humans are just very good at seeing 2 eyes and a mouth. Bring on the ghosties. The thing about ghosts, phantoms and spectres is that they probably don't exist. If they did, the chances are we would have a lot more and a lot better eyewitness testimony, not to mention a treasure trove of clear, untampered photographic, video and audio evidence. Perhaps we'd be able to call upon our ghoulish counterparts with greater reliability than can the current crop of clairvoyants, mystics and necromancers, even under laboratory conditions without the benefit of smoke and mirrors, sleight of hand or visual effects. And yet, ever since really quite a long time ago, people have reported catching glimpses of the dead roaming the earth. Why? Could pareidolia provide the answer? Well, it absolutely provides a likely explanation for many ghost sightings. When people report seeing or sensing ghosts, they more often than not describe perceiving human-like figures, faces, or apparitions. These could indeed be visitors from the spirit realm, or their appearance could be the result of a tired brain trying to make sense of ambiguous or low-information visual stimuli. A passing shadow, a light source, something moving, something banging, a break in the consistency of normal things that the brain expects to happen. In low-light conditions, reflections, shadows, or random patterns are easily misinterpreted as human-like forms, leading people to cry ghost. It's especially true in emotionally charged or fear-inducing situations and spooky environments. It's not a coincidence that most ghost sightings happen at night when eyewitnesses are alone. Also, the brain may be more prone to interpret ambiguous sensory information in a way that aligns with preconceived notions or expectations. People who believe in ghosts are far more likely to see one than those who do not. Put a true believer in a haunted house for a night, and the next morning they will probably have a ghost story ready for you. The same's true for auditory pareidolia, which plays a role in plenty of reports of ghostly noises caught on tape. People might think these are disembodied voices or communications from the spirits, but auditory experiences not attributable to human or animal sources are usually random and not very clear sounds that, if you really concentrate, come across like something sinister. Leave a camera running in a house at night and it will pick up sounds. This is normal. Plumbing, nocturnal animals, weather patterns all make noises at night, as do video-making ghost hunters creating fraudulent supernatural scenes for clickbait. Auditory pareidolia is well covered in medical literature under the Apophenia umbrella, otherwise referred to as musical ear syndrome. People sometimes hear speaking or singing that isn't happening. Again, there is an earthly explanation. People who experience hearing loss are most likely to report phantom singing as the brain, our old friend again, seeks to fill gaps created by failing sound receptors. Without pareidolia, we might well mistake other humans for small hills or furniture, and good luck finding a pal in a crowd. So it definitely has its place. But it has also created a fairly significant byproduct, a billion-dollar spirit world industry based on the mistaken interpretation of innocent or coincidental events. Weird to think of it, but without this millennia-old quirk of human evolution, there would be no source material for many of the stories written by novelists like Henry James, Charles Dickens, Stephen King, or Susan Hill, or the filmmaking teams behind such classics as The Exorcist, Poltergeist, and Ghostbusters. So maybe we owe it a debt of gratitude. If you've enjoyed this video, please do continue your journey to enlightenment with some more fascinating mini-documentaries, maybe the absolute scenes happening at Oak Island's Money Pit, or the phenomenon of folie à deux. Please do like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. Talk to me in the comments. And most importantly, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.